I want to talk about your Oscar speech because I never miss the Oscars. I watch the Oscars live every year. Love it. I saw your speech live, and it relates to me because strange story. I found out later in life that I was born with one kidney. So
wow.
I was born with the only.
You tried to give it to somebody, and you're like, "Whoa, I can't honor that."
I can't donate
that promise.
Yeah, he gave it to his unborn twin
because I pee so often. I'll just quote your speech, as Roger Avary said at the Oscars in his legendary speech. I really have to pee now. I would like to get your.
You want to unpack that? You want to unpack that one?
I have the clip here. Can we watch it? And then
yeah, sure. Well, okay, there's several things to look at in here. First of all, watch when the screen goes black. Secondly, watch how Sir Anthony Hopkins' tongue does like a little lizard thing. Those are both important moments, which I'll explain afterwards.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going to play it. He's going to announce them, and then you and Quentin come up. But let's watch.
And the nominees are Woody Allen and Douglas McGrath for Bullets Over Broadway, Richard Curtis for Four Weddings and a Funeral, Francis Waltz and Peter Jackson for Heavenly Creatures, Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avary for Pulp Fiction, Krzysztof Piesowicz and Krzysztof Kieslowski for Red. And the Oscar goes to...
Watch the tongue.
Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avary for Pulp Fiction.
The tongue. You're right.
Yeah, and then now watch for the where the camera goes black.
I think I think he looks happy about it. So let's watch. Here we go.
They didn't teach you together.
It's gonna be a surreal experience.
Yeah.
Thanks. This has been a very strange year. I can definitely say that. You know what? I was trying to think. I think this is probably the only award I'm going to win here tonight. So I was trying to think maybe I should just say a whole lot of stuff right here, right now, just get it all in my system. Because I thought about all year long, everything building up and everything, and just blow it all just tonight. Just say everything. But I'm not. Thanks.
I want to thank my beautiful wife, Gretchen, who I love more than anything in the world. And I really have to take a pee right now, so I'm going to go. Thank you.
Okay, what happens when it goes black? Okay.
So the camera goes black. So you'll notice that all the Pulp Fiction people were sitting center stage, with at the Miramax thing, and they were all there, but not me. They sat me like way off to the side, like I was at the side, and at the very, very side of it, sitting next to Krzysztof Piesowicz and the guy from Three Colors, and so I was. I lived across the street at that time from the stage manager of the Oscars. And so I went to her and I said, hey, I struck a deal with her, and just for, slipped her a little bit of cash. And I said, when the camera comes on, would you make sure that the camera on Quentin, because they're going to have two cameras, one on him and one on me, make sure the camera on Quentin is turned off. And so when the director presses the button intending to go to Quentin, the camera's turned off, and so quickly they cut to me instead. And it's a true story. That's all's fair. If they're sitting me over there, all's fair in love and war. And so I went ahead and made sure that the camera would be put on me. And then we walk up on stage, and I have a little bit of an uncomfortable hug moment, and we go up there. And what they tell you before you're going up on stage is, okay, you've got like 20 seconds to say whatever you got to say, and then we're gonna like wrap up, and then you're off, and then we'll dial up the music, and we'll kick you off stage at that point. And you see, I think it was that same year, Martin Landau went up there and he started, thanking this person and that person, and they just turned the music up onto him, and they were going to cut to a commercial. And Martin Landau grabs the microphone and he's like, "No, Bella!" And because for Bela Lugosi, who he portrayed in Ed Wood, which an amazing movie, yeah. And so. You kind of plan the moment. You think, "Oh, this is no big deal." What I don't want to do is I don't want to go up on stage and not know where I'm going to go after I've accepted an award. And everybody was telling me, "Oh, you're going to win. You're going to win." Like my attorney's telling me, "You're going to win." And I'm like, "Don't say that. You're going to like jinx it." And so I was very calm, actually, leading up to it, and like not really planning. But I had a plan. My plan was I was going to go up there and I was going to violate copyright worldwide by singing "Happy Birthday" to Quentin, because that night was actually Quentin's birthday. And so I was going to get everybody to sing "Happy Birthday." And I had that like completely in my head. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get everybody to sing "Happy Birthday," a copyrighted song, to a billion people in honor of Quentin. And then they announced our names, and I jumped out of my body. It was like, it was uncontrollable. I thought I was cool as a cucumber, but the minute they said that, boom, I watched myself from like hovering behind myself as I went up on stage. And so any composure that I thought that I had was gone. And then Quentin started talking, and I couldn't even understand what he was saying because I was so flipped out. And I knew that I had to thank one person in the audience, and that was my wife. And like as Quentin was talking, and as I was starting to thank her, I could see wrap up on all the teleprompters. And I just panicked, and I was like, and so I said, "Well, I would like to claim that I was quoting, Forrest Gump, and that I was quoting Pulp Fiction, because that line is in both movies. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is I had to pee. I'd been sitting there in that stage for like hours, and they give you champagne beforehand. And I was just like, I genuinely had to pee. And I've got Peter Jackson sitting next to me, like spilling into my seat. And, and I was just like, kind of, so I just was honest in that moment. And then they take you backstage, and you literally sit backstage looking at the Oscars on a little TV like this big, and waiting until you can actually go back to your seat.
But
I didn't get to go pee. They just took me right back to my seat. So
I guarantee I'll have to pee during this interview. But also, we could give you. I have some music queued up. I can give you a moment. You've collected your thoughts. What is the speech you would have given had they given you a little more time? And I can queue it up. We do our own award show with Film Thread called Award This, with smaller, what I think are the true
real
these little gems. Yeah, gems.
Little micro budget gems. There's a great one in theaters now. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
Yeah. I can't wait to see that. It looks great.
You need to see it. You need to see it. But if I queue you up with music, could you give a speech?
Well, I mean, sure. Go for it.
And the winner is Roger.
You won. Here you are.
Accepting the award for Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avary.
All right.
I would like to thank Miramax. I'd like to thank the actors who gave life to our words. And I'd like to thank Quentin, and I'd like to celebrate, because tonight is, aside from the moment where we've won an Academy Award for Pulp Fiction, tonight is Quentin's birthday. And so I would like us all to sing "Happy Birthday" to Quentin. Happy birthday to you. And I would continue on. Okay, and then I would also thank my wife, by the way. Probably at the end of that.
In trouble for copyright. Right.
That was my plan. That was my diabolical plan. But like I said, I lost all composure. And by the way, when you see me walking out, I have no idea where to go. And they usually have some beautiful woman in a gown whose job it is to guide you off stage. And even though I was watching it, I was thinking, okay, if we're here, I'm going to go that way, and if we're over there, I'm going to go this way. Like that's how it works.
Yeah.
It just all went out. It just all went out. It turns out that it doesn't matter how prepared you are for that moment. It's such a large moment. You're in front of and I'd spoken at that point in front of a number of audiences. Like at the Independent Spirit Awards, they actually cut me from the Independent Spirit Awards because of what I said. Where I got up and hold on, let me get my Independent Spirit Award.
Oh, okay. We were just talking about the Spirit Awards, and what I don't know.
Okay, you almost need to see it in order to do it. I got up and I said, I want to thank you for this award. An Oscar will fit up my ass a lot easier than this will. And they cut me from the broadcast. Because look at it compared to an Oscar. I just spoke the truth.
You could actually kill someone with that.
Michael Moore was so mad at me after that he refused to interview me for it.
Oh my God. I don't know.
In the little after show that they did.
Yeah, the Spirit Awards, I used to go back in the day. I was invited, and they don't really invite me anymore. I'm kind of, I don't know.
They don't invite me. They don't invite me either.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, we were just talking about it. It's Oscar light. It's
if you're going to lose
the films that won't win an Oscar.
Yeah, it's not Oscar light if you're trying to stick it up your ass, though. This thing.
True. the film that won was Train Dreams. Won, and it's going to lose at the Oscars. I think it's a very good film, but it's not going to win at the Oscars, but it won at the Spirit Awards.